to talk that talk in reality. You have not seen me in action. You think the come up comes overnight. You ain't behind the scenes. Trust me, these things don't just happen. No shade at Gerald, but G's don't come easy when you tryna eat out producing and rapping. I read that contract you sent me to sign, but excuse me, I can't help myself, I'm just laughing. Hey, you tryna cut out a piece of my pie, and I asked you politely, what's it that you offer me? Yeah, I produce all my own beats, and I have no intention of losing my publisher. Yeah, independent.
Gardeo Isaacs, welcome.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Gardeo, how have you been doing? How's this lockdown been treating you?
I think the word that describes it the best is confusion. Like, to be honest, confusion. You don't know what to do and you don't know when you're allowed to do things. So I've been trying to stay active at home, but there's only so much you can do and so much you can focus on. So what we've been doing in this time period, we've been focusing on the smaller aspects, for example, like the ankle stiffness and the core stability. So we're just trying to keep busy on that and then see how it goes for the rest of the period.
Gardeo, with the lockdown here, man, how did it affect your family? How did it affect your family? All of a sudden, life just comes to a standstill.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say it affected my family that much financially because they're both essential workers, but it's just we're not used to being in our homes. We're not used to being, caged in one area. So we like being outdoors, and my parents love watching athletics. So whenever they get the opportunity to do so, then they do it.
What was the first thing that the first conversation that you and your coach had when you heard about COVID-19 and what it will do to the world?
Okay, so the first conversation we had, he sent a message in our group. He's like, okay, guys, we need to meet up. So I remember we met up at Spur, not the ideal place to have. So then we discussed various possibilities because obviously we wouldn't be allowed to train on the track. And then one of the possibilities was Paddo track. So then we trained there for, I think, 2 days. And then a smaller group was allowed on Kutsenberg. And then they closed the whole stadium up. So then we were on our own. So then we had to make use of whatever. And then when the lockdown happened, it just went from bad to worse. So then we had to use the streets and do whatever you need to do to stay fit.
Now, being the South African 2019 champion, what are you doing at the moment that you feel will give you the edge come 2021?
I think it's this period at the moment. This period is going to give me the edge. So whatever I do now, the more I can do now, the less will be able to do when I get back. So for now, I was just focusing on the positives, and then when I get back, hitting it hard on the track again.
Focusing on the little things. Is that also what you are focusing on right now?
Yeah, obviously you need to fix up those small weaknesses, and I think it's smaller margins. Once you fix that up, you can also have a great season the following year. Can
you tell us how did it come about that you started doing athletics?
I can recall the other day I had a backflash. So then I fell in love with athletics one day. I was watching the World Championships. I can't remember which year it was, but I used to stay with my grandparents when I got home. So then when I got home after school, so then the World Championships was playing. And then it was Darren Robles versus David Oliver on the 110 meter hurdles. And since that day, I fell in love with the sport.
Yeah, that is amazing. Now, since 2016, I did my research, and you've been running 47s, 46s. How did it come about that you then decided to focus on the 400 meters?
Well, I think it's just one of those things, It's a perfect match. It just happens. You don't still question something that happens on the track.
Yes. How do you feel about your shape at the moment? Where you are right now? Of course, it's very unsure, but how do you feel about where you are with your shape right now?
I think I've been trying to stay active. Like I'm working on a 6 day cycle per week. So I switch it around every week. So I feel like I'm good to go. I think once I get back on the track, the fitness will still be there and some of the speed will also be there. So we just need to focus on a bit of speed endurance when we get back.
Let's talk about that. What is the qualification time? How far are you? What must you still do to get to that qualification time?
Okay, so the qualification time is 44:90. I'm on a 45:39, which is my personal best at the moment. So I don't think it's that far away. I think I have a 44 in my legs. So I'm hoping it will come next year. But I'm quite relaxed when it comes to qualification. I'm positive that I'll qualify for the Olympic Games next year, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Come July next year, where do you think you'll be time-wise in Tokyo?
No, I'm not actually chasing. I don't like speaking about time. So I'm just, how can I say, focusing on myself at the moment, focusing on different stages. So when I get to Tokyo next year, I just wanna be in the best shape that I can be.
Are you currently receiving any support from any South African federation to help you during this unsure time?
Yeah, the South African Sports and Recreation, they actually offered some of our athletes in South Africa a relief payment for this year.
That is amazing. How do you feel about that?
I think it's amazing because it's like you said, it's amazing because all the top athletes, they rely on an income based on athletics. So if they can make their lives a bit easier, then it's good.
2019 was a life-changing year for you. So much happened. You became South African champion. You went to the World Student Championships and you went to the World Relay Championships. What was the highlight for you in 2019?
I would say I have two highlights of 2019. Firstly, winning the South African Championships is a title I wanted for long now. And then my second one is the medal at the World Student Championships. I wanted to win, but I guess there's something better waiting for me in the future.